You let me know if you're in any of these matches, okay? So let's go down the list. We have Moontide. Dari, we can watch this one. Vikkie, you're the happy chaos here. I'll watch your match. You're in like a bunch of the matches though, right? Maybe we can watch the finals. So this matchup, I think you're actually great on the ground here as Baiken in this matchup. I think her neutral game against Soul is excellent. So we'll see if that's the case here. Let's get into this and chit chat a bit, right?
I'm like, all right, I guess I just have to do it myself.
You need a little bit more juice. And, oh, you got Diaphone on commentary too. I forgot. Yeah, he's great for this because he also plays some Baiken. He can give you some advice.
Pretty hard at times, and
I would say one thing that's important in this matchup is your 2S, your far slash, and your 2H are all excellent buttons.
This matchup is going to be Yeoman 5 up against Moontide. Moontide
right here, yeah, 2S or far slash, great buttons. I think you should be hitting them all the time.
So I'm a huge Baiken
One thing that is a problem I'm already seeing is there's a lot of 2K2D. You do have to be careful about 2K2D. It doesn't have, as you see there, it doesn't have the best hitbox for stuff like that. So I think as far as pokes go there, 2K is okay, but maybe 2K 6K is better, or maybe 2K and then attacking with like far slash or something else is fine. But like 2K2D is gonna whiff, I think, a lot.
So I'm
in general. It only works if you're very close.
And I do not like this match.
This looks good.
I think I think in general, like,
great, that is fantastic.
Are like decent in neutral, right? But something that like Souls very dislike is good 6P, and Baiken 6P is...
Oh, that is a scary thing to do. Yeah, Kabari worked out for you there, though. I would say in the corner, I don't know if it's worth tethering. I feel like it's almost better. It might be worth not tethering and just safe jumping him, but...
You know, it could be better.
You know.
But,
oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
you got bungeed right into the throw? That was tragic.
But, you know, DP's very good. And he
something to maybe worry about.
But it's definitely doable.
Yeah, I think a little bit too much 2D already for sure. I think 2D is, it's not a bad poke, but I've seen the button a lot.
You could just hit a button and press it out. A lot of people don't.
And I would say we've seen a lot of far slash Kabari. This should be a falling button here to be bandit bringer, by the way. You could hit like jump H, close slash 2H to Tommy, and then safe jump. This right here, another important thing about the Soul matchup, to give you some advice as Baiken, there's actually a gap here between 5K, 6S, and you can parry this. But right here, you do a lot of far slash into Tatam or into Kabari. This is pretty good, right? This will work on counter hit. It's not a bad option, but I kind of wish you would do more far slash into 2H also into Kabari, or far slash 2H into Tatami, and kind of represent those more, because we've seen a lot of far slash into Kabari, and it's kind of like, it's not bad, but I wish there was something else in there alongside of it. Oh, I like the 2H idea.
No, didn't get, I think
I also think that delayed burst was good too. You didn't fall for the obvious burst bait. And it was smart of the Soul to delay too. You did the right thing. I probably would have done the exact same thing you just did and then been hit by the same thing.
Specifically use far S. I feel like it's a common thing for Souls to just always hammer 5K. Oh my god, is he dead?
RC, yeah, dead.
Ah, no! It happens. Yeah. That was the right idea though. The Soul player did a lot of things right here actually. Again, same idea. 2D here I don't love. What do people do when they block Kabari? Their primary answer is they'll 6P, right? So 6P is like the most normal thing you do because it beats the follow-up. So if you think Soul's going to 6P here, I understand doing 2D because you're like, oh, it's going to beat 6P. But 2D's reward and chances of working are much worse than walk back 2H probably. Space out Kabari into 2H or 2S is much better a lot of the time. Another reason why it's important to space out your Kabari and not just always do one button into it, right? So like you do 2S Kabari here, which I don't think is bad.
Yeah, I like them.
Like even right here, I think you could have walked back in 2H and beaten 6P.
Because they specifically use far
for
S.
instance.
I feel like it's a common thing for Souls.
That's like the mind game you're looking for there. When I go into training mode later, I'll show you what I mean with that scenario. I think you're doing a lot of the right stuff. It's just you could pick an option that's slightly better to do the thing you're trying to do. You know what I mean?
That's the mix. That's the safe jump. Yep.
Oh, I like the idea. Yeah, that was right though. Everything you did there was right. You just needed a little dash.
It would have worked.
You'd love to see it. Dang, this is perfect.
Yeah.
Everything you've done so far is perfect. That was great. Everything you just did was sick.
But yeah, you can't match on that RC. That's
I love it. The way you're playing neutral looks great, Moontide. You missed that, but don't we all? I also think that when you have meter, it's okay here too to threaten with far slash Kabari and then just finish it, because you haven't finished Kabari yet, right? I think it's okay to finish Kabari when you have meter because you can RC and combo if it hits, or if it's blocked, you can PRC it late and challenge or do some cool stuff there. I can show an example of that later too.
Kabari, there we go.
That was good advice though.
Yeah, Moontide already.
I think. Oh, nice. Wow, round start 2D worked.
Let's go Moontide.
I wonder what Soul did. I don't love wild throw there. It doesn't do much for you.
Yeah, I like to see a.
But I think it's okay though.
For this.
Nice. I think you're doing a good job dealing with what Soul's presenting in neutral. I don't think 2S is gonna work. Yeah.
You have to just take your Oki after that.
If Baiken does Tatami and you kind of have like a scaled starter, so like this is a good example, right?
But hey, just keep
you have Tatami mat hitting into 2D into another Tatami where you don't have height after. Your best option most of the time is to just do the setup again. So Tatami hits, and then instead of trying to combo after, you just have to do super jump, air dash H as a safe jump. Just down up, air dash H. It's a little tight, but you'll get used to it. Against characters who don't have a DP, you can just do air dash Tatami there again. But
I feel like
if you want a real safe jump,
wild throws and throws Yo Man's been doing, it's like this man's been parried before and they're sick of it.
Yeah,
they're just not having it.
That's also a good option. I like air dash S, something we should see a little bit more probably.
That was good.
Backdash there looks fine also.
Punished it, they just landed.
All right, this works.
Super.
Oh, you could have done raw super. Yeah, raw super is very good when you're tethered and you hit this in the corner. Super is good here. Even 5k 6H is better probably than you probably want to close slash, I'm guessing, but 5k 6H makes this a little easier.
Super.
It will probably help there. But this also, yeah, is perfectly fine with you. You got the burst. Looks great.
Yep.
Everything there that you did, I think, is pretty good. You're doing most of the right stuff in the matchup, I think. There's just some little adjustments to make. You know, yeah, the Tatami hitting made that not work. See, that's great. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. This looks like the perfect answer here. 2H. This is so much better than 2D. It's so much better, I think.
Big whip punish there on the 5k. I mean, that is.
And if you think he's gonna 6P, whip punishing it with 2S or 2H is also great. Yeah, this is everything you're doing here looks good. I understand baiting the burst there. I like that idea. Looks fantastic.
Oh, 5K
yeah, that's got to be 5K jump D.
I like it.
Something to think about in the corner when you hit the Tommy. You don't have to do a grounded combo here, actually. Your jump D does like 50 damage or some absurd number. So doing 5K here into jump D into like air dash jump S Yozansen is like usually a pretty good option.
Yep. Oh, 5K after that.
Yeah, it should be 5K into jump D there instead of trying to combo on the ground. Go up in the
Okay,
as Tasty Steve would say.
Hero burst. All right.
Yeah, a lot of hero bursting here. I love the approach. You're playing it not too risky, I think, on the ground. That was great. I love the escape too.
Yeah.
And 2H looks fantastic. Oh, you did the right. That's fine. I think that combo route was fine too. But you did most of the right stuff. I think almost all the things you're doing are correct. You just need a little adjustment. Another thing to give you some advice on here, I don't know if you know this or if this is just like you autopiloted it, but if you do Kabari and it counter hits like this, you actually get close slash here. This actually works.
Nice. Oh, you could got way more, but it's all good.
Yeah, I agree with Diaphone. You could have got more, but I think it's fine that you didn't. Yeah, I think because you probably were just looking for whatever.
Oh my god. Yeah, you got.
Oh
it happens.
My god, that's the round.
I kind of like that the Soul player did it again,
He's
though.
playing around parry, so you gotta do some anti-parry options. Either TK
5P is good.
Wake up backdash.
Yeah, I think on Wake Up as a Baiken player, you have to be okay with, and also I'll give you some advice for this too. You have to be okay 5Ping on Wake Up because a lot of people are going to throw you to beat parry or delay their option on your Wake Up to beat parry. So Wake Up 5P is really like you have to represent it, or Wake Up immediate throw are both good options as on defense as Baiken. You've blocked a lot of bandit revolvers and your opponent's not really finishing it. I don't know if her 2K low profiles it or not, but you should challenge this with late throw here or 5P 6K or something. You almost never challenged here.
It's too much.
So I know that it's scary because you don't want to get hit by the second hit of BR, but you know, you got to be careful about that. Sometimes you should hit a button there so he doesn't just get to do whatever. This pressure looks great, though. I like everything you're doing in the corner here. I think the Soul's defense against it has been pretty solid, too. There's a good understanding of like how Baiken's pressure works.
After the first hit on block.
That hit? That was like
yeah, great bait. Oh,
no!
It's okay.
It's okay.
You're in a good spot here.
All right, whatever.
Yeah. Important thing to remember about Baiken, I'm sure you know this, but for everybody out there who's playing Baiken, when you hit airborne stuff, it should always be close slash 6H or like 5k jump D, or like something that keeps them airborne. 2H is not a very good answer if it hits airborne, right? When they're airborne, close slash 6H is an answer here that's like really good. Pretty close to killing here. It's maybe not quite, but it's pretty close to killing.
No! Okay, it's okay.
OTG.
Either way, it's fine though. Yeah, also you could have OTG killed with 6H,
We
but
take those. Like I said, I knew Moontide was gonna win.
it's all good. I think you played that pretty well. I even think Yeoman did a good job actually on defense too. But we do have Dari in the chat, which is right here against the Ram player, who also got recommended. You see these two characters quite a bit. So let's watch and see what the ideas are. Yeah, 6P round start for Soul, pretty common. I actually think Far Slash is also a useful thing to represent against Ram. Any character who does not have their own 10 frame or faster Far Slash, I think starting with Far Slash, not a bad idea just to see what they do too. I like 6P though. You're looking to see if Ram's going to 5k you or Far Slash or whatever. Not a bad round start.
I like one character. It's like we're all Souls or like we're all Nagos.
Yeah, a little bit aggressive as a first challenge there. Okay, a little bit aggressive. This Soul player is going to risk it all. You can already tell.
Okay.
You're
some 5S, but sure.
you're risking it all. Okay, we don't need this move. This move. I'm going to give you some advice. That move should be locked from your repertoire unless this says 50 meter. Not because it's bad to do, but because you love it too much. You've already done it too many times. You don't need that tool in your life.
This Soul likes to send it. I like.
Yeah, this is a send it Soul for real. This is a send it Soul player.
I don't know if I
don't spend the meter here. Also, some general advice about this video game. This applies to everybody and not just for Dari here, but everybody who plays Strive. If you get the hit here, you should never spend the bar. There's no reason, unless it's going to kill, but you should never spend the bar here. The wall took a beating because you did air dash jump S, 5k, 6s, BR, both hits. Your combo is very scaled. If you break the wall here, you reset back to neutral without killing, because you're not going to kill with this combo, and you reset Ram back to neutral. If you don't do this, you can instead keep the corner and then kill on the next hit with bar here. If they block and like you get pushed out, you now have meter for the reset position in neutral, so you can do bandit, revolver, pressure, or whatever, right? We break the wall. Ram is very alive, and we have no bar, and now Ram has bar. So Ram is now winning in neutral because she can just do 214H super, or RC, or Far Slash 5H Daro RC, or what. Like she has the initiative here to play neutral and force whatever option she wants to do. And Soul does not have bar.
Oh my god!
Right, the vortex. Back hit the backdash. We have all this meter to work with. Now Soul has to deal with this in the corner. Ram should not break the wall here.
Oh man!
And now Soul loses, and you lost because you broke the wall. That reason is the wall is a big factor there, right?
Bad option. I mean, you could just wire seed or DP.
You know what I mean? But that's a big problem.
Yeah, jump out. You can't do from that range.
I think round start 6P there. Also, again, I don't mind the idea, but I think now it's time. You should just Far Slash probably.
That was good.
It's one of those things where when MCPK had the 100
you also
when you're Dari,
do not like Ram pressure, and you're trying to challenge a bit too much. I think if you're the Ram player here, you got to know Vortex is coming. All right, you fool me once, shame on me. Fool me 8 vortexes in a row. We got to know Vortex is coming. I think if you're Ram here, you should just block. Like there's or hit 2k or 2d. There's almost no chance Vortex is not coming. You've seen Vortex so many times. The Soul player has done Vortex, and the Soul player has done air dash. Both of those options are incredibly weak to standing still. You anti-air the air dash with 6B, or you block the vortex. They haven't shown you an option that is effective against block. You know what I mean? So like if that's the case, you just chill. There's no reason to do anything.
Dari's really good at finding these vortex timings.
Yeah, again, that's a 6P.
He's gotta be like
bait the burst.
Bait on the burst.
That was a good burst bait, even though you missed it. It's okay. And I think the wire C is fine too.
I like the wire C.
Everything about this looks pretty solid, I think.
Good.
I love the wait too, just in case there was DP. Well played. I also like that Dari didn't wake up DP there, because Dari did DP the other time, and then this time did not do DP at all, which I think is cool. I think that's a good adjustment actually right away, to just be like, I'm not gonna do it right away. Yeah, in the corner against Ram, if she just does sword toss and then a button, you can't challenge it. I think your options against Ram's thing there is like DP or jump or dash normally. Those are like the normal options. Wow, raw banner revolver too.
Wait, how'd you know? Wow,
Wow, this pressure is pretty good. Yeah, that is tough to deal with.
I recognize the quinoa in my salad.
Ooh.
A lot of strong gamers in the Twitch chat tonight.
Yeah,
That's okay. I don't think you should have spent the meter here because the wall.
Well.
Yeah, I think if you're Ram here, same kind of idea, right? You have a great hit here.
This is impressive.
You don't even need to do a fancy combo. You tried 5k 2D to challenge, and then backdash happened, and then 2D beat the button. Great. You get Rekka. Why spend the bar here, right? Instead, you could hold that meter, run up, do close slash, sword toss, 5k, force soul to deal with the pressure, and then you have meter and all this stuff, and then whenever it's gonna kill in the next hit, then you super to break the wall and then you win, right? I think it's way more beneficial not to spend the bar here because you did 35% damage or something and broke the wall, and now Soul's back in neutral with a chance to smoke you, right?
Yeah,
this is a little scary.
It's like,
that works out great though. We should spend the meter here to kill. That looks fantastic. But again, you take the round's control out of your hands and you essentially make it like anything could happen.
Yeah, I think it's obviously a lot better if they don't have.
This pressure looks great. I'm a big fan of what Dari's doing here so far.
It's almost never worth the challenge.
Yeah, that looks great. Everything about okay. Vortex, it's a no-go. Vortex is like, this should be out of your palette for a while. This move is too strong for your hands. Your hands are just like, it's time. You can't do that. That is not a good habit to do. You can you should not do that unless you have meter. You should get used to doing that. And then once you're a bit more comfortable with when to do it, then I think you should do it. Also, I love not breaking the wall there with 4 MCPK. I think that was a perfect answer.
You cannot eat those.
Oh, that was a good RC on the Bandit Revolver.
Okay. Let's go. I believe.
I like 2D there too.
Nice Fafnir.
Now throw or strike. It's a guess. Spend the bar.
Yeah, spend it.
Okay. I got a problem here. If you're in this position and you're gonna spend the meter to be plus,
50 meters.
You spent the meter to be negative. Now you're negative. You should run in and do close slash because that makes you plus, and then that forces a guess between strike, throw, or you can do 2D or 2K, or you can do 5D if you want to go overhead or whatever. Bandit Revolver or Bandit Bringer is just negative here. So like it's not really like beneficial for you because you went from being plus to spending bar to be plus to spending bar to be negative.
He's over it.
You know what I mean? So like you gotta be careful about that. 6H, I love it. I actually think 6H was sick there.
That was a lot of damage.
Because you backed off last time. I'll take 6H. 6H looks good on my end. Offensive burst to keep the corner. I like. I'm cool with that.
Bandit Bringer. And
another thing about your pressure in general that I think maybe is worth adjusting here is why 5K 6S, right? Has a gap in the middle, so Ram can super between it, which is scary. It also puts you at -7, and then Gunflame here is like very negative. She can like hit a button and challenge. She can hit far slash or whatever she wants to do, right? If you just, instead of doing this after your air dash in,
this Soul player seems
like
the
what's the benefit to not just do close slash here or far slash? Far slash gives you better pressure. It gives you better combo options. It gives you more risk. It kills if you hit 5H here. This is dead. Something to think about because like then you just got pushed out of the corner because of it.
It has been pretty conservative.
Again, no reason to spend the meter here. You're gonna lose the wall. And this soul is going to vortex you.
So, I mean, you have to expect a vortex.
Don't get hit by it. Okay, nice. Far slash is a little scary there. You're not going to kill here again, and now it's the same thing. Soul has another chance to gamble with meter. You burst, and you should die here.
RC. Oh, you could have killed there. And you could have done an actual mix up there. All right,
that you again. The same reason Dari lost the other round to breaking the wall is the same reason you lost there. I think in both of them. Look at the position. You broke the wall. You spent your bar and then broke the wall, and then you put the position as Soul has more life than you, and has 100% tension. Soul can just do anything. The riskiest option on the controller, and then RC it, and then you have to survive. So you take control of the round out of your hands. And then say like, all right, I guess I'll win neutral against a character who can just do anything, right? That's very scary. So something important to think about. Yeah, the burst bait, it happens. You could have killed with a better combo here, by the way. Even just doing like close slash jump cancel into heavy DP would probably kill, and if it didn't, the 6H would kill. But something to think about. It's okay. It happens.
Yeah, I'll be the last.
Can mash not ram? Can Ram not mash after my jump H? She can if you do it too high, but even if 5K success is like,
your turn. So
not going to be the best
definitely
answer there anyway,
not a
because
fan
you
of
could just do
numbers.
jump H
That's a
deep and then
good
do
pick up there from
close
Dari, because
slash,
that
right?
combo got weird. Like they hesitated
Or
for
do
a second,
2P,
but still
2P,
managed to
2P.
keep it
Even
going.
2P, 2P is probably better than that there. Nice.
Oh,
That
wow,
was
he
great
got
awareness.
hit?
What?
Okay,
That was
sure.
good. To block there, let the gun flame
I don't
hit.
know, you might have been pressing something before the flash.
Rekka. Good not to challenge, because Ram has
Good
bar.
job.
You cannot challenge. You should just wait.
Oh
Nice.
no.
Oh, nice. That was good.
no. Yeah,
It's unfortunate the Ram player, you did the right thing
I think you
there.
have to delay
That was a good
second
try.
Rekka or something.
Yeah, just hit the jump age deep enough
Yeah,
that
that conversion.
you'll be plus, you know what I mean?
Yeah, unfortunate drop. Oh,
Plus
I
enough
like
to
that.
do it.
Go
Because
for
if
it.
you're
6P.
if you're
It's
super
actually
negative and
very
you have to do 5K, it's not the
nice
best.
corner pressure.
Yeah, it's a
Alright.
stagger.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
really hard for
Oh,
Soul to
dropped the
challenge on that.
combo.
Dari, you don't actually know how to
Nice,
defend
yeah, that
against
was
Ram.
Dari like intentionally
You don't
ran
really
forward
have an
for a
idea of
second.
what you're supposed to do
Oh,
against
yeah,
Ram.
see that.
You're kind of just doing 5K,
First,
which
yeah,
is
you have to.
okay, but
Oh,
you
almost
you are not
finished.
doing the right stuff. You got to
I
be
feel like,
careful.
it's a little too fast for
That
pace
is
for
very
MCPK
risky to
right
just
now.
swing with.
Drop
Oh
something.
my
and,
god,
I
that
feel
sucks.
like,
It's very risky to
Nice
challenge like this
pressure.
against Ram.
Alright.
You did 5K, it trades here. If Ram just does like close slash 2S or 6H or does anything to like smoke your button here, you're gonna be in trouble. But again, this is not a good trade for you, because what Ram does here is she can combo off this. So she could just hit 5K, 6H, super, and it's gonna put you like to right here. Or she can do run up, grab the sword, close slash meaty again. Doing 5K there does not give you out of the corner, right? It doesn't help you escape the scenario. If Ram does nothing and you hit 5K, she does like, 60% or does 40% and then keeps the corner. You really just FD her away as the safest option, or you challenge with DP. And then from further away, you should be moving instead of challenging, probably. Those are like the thing. I can show some examples of that later on in training mode.
Nice, yeah. that
Again,
was-
I think
Dari, like,
MCPK, you should just do
intentionally ran forward
nothing.
for
A
second.
little bit
Oh,
more. When
makes
your
sense.
opponent is aggressive like this, right? Because Dari's shown
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much
too.
aggression, you should
Oh,
just do a little less,
so
I think, is
punished.
the big problem.
I feel like it's a little too fast for pace for MCPK right now. It's-
Yeah, again, no reason for Ram to attack here. In this matchup, Soul is the attacker, because Ram can hold space with her normals and just defend really well by chilling. It's on Soul to get in. And so for you, the Ram player, you should be more conservative probably with your buttons, right? Just chill. Be like, okay, I'm going to wait. Let them do whatever they want to do, and then I can counter with whatever option I have. It's not on you to initiate unless you feel confident that it's time to. He wants you dead. Dari's trying to murder you, trying to like rip your head off. So you should be chilling and then reacting, right? Because again, think about the two options that got represented the most: Vortex and Air Dash. Those two options are both very weak to just blocking. And then what Dari will do when you start chilling and anti-airing the jumps and just punishing the Vortex, then Dari's like, oh, okay, I got to run in and then like try to far slash or try to 6S or 2S or whatever, right? Like they will stop swinging with big options. And when they try to run in, then you can run up in 6P or far slash or 5H or, you know what I mean? Or whatever you want to do. A lot of the other stuff you are doing is correct. It's just in neutral. I don't think you adapted to the way your opponent's playing. And Dari is willing to send it because, like, if you're not going to get punished big for it, send it. Vikkie, I know, is here versus Sinani's Leo. I think we can watch this one, right? How do I approach fouls? Buy him a gift.
You'll eventually
Tell 'em
be
you're a
the
big
better
fan.
person, right? And the people that
This-
kind of say that stuff are.
This is probably the matchup that I think Happy Chaos
Beat
players
us all the
like
same ways.
the
We were
least,
getting the complete
right? I think this is
opposite.
like
The
the
last
matchup
Happy
that a
Chaos
lot of
was
Happy
Vikkie
Chaos
immediately
players
curse balls
are
just
not a big
blasted.
fan of.
Yeah.
For a number of reasons, but one of the big ones is like
Yeah,
the
it's
movement of
I mean,
Leo
on
is
the
very
other
scary
hand,
to
the
deal
dive
with,
on- I don't think Dari
and
would
if you get hit, you're in a bad
Exactly,
spot.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Clone looks great.
Should
Should be concentration super, but you don't have to, I guess, given that you were about to get it back
But yeah,
anyway.
this is speaking of not knowing the matchup. This is you say what this is one of the matchups that Happy Chaos actually.
Offensive burst.
maybe
You
goes
could feel it in your shoulder blades that was
He
coming.
can't lose. He just goes
One
easy.
thing, okay, important thing to remember here. If you're gonna offensive burst, you need to cover here. I think you tried close slash probably, right? It's probably supposed to be close slash, but this has got to be. It's got to be something tight. Losing this is really brutal here because you burst specifically for the corner. That sucks to lose.
He can't
one
lose,
of
he just
Happy
goes
Chaos's
even.
worst.
Like 2K there catching is
I mean,
huge,
like, I
right?
think
It
there's,
needed to
like,
be
few
something
Happy
like that.
Chaos that's,
2K,
like,
6K,
super
or
SSS tier,
yeah,
but, like,
5K, 6K. Something
Yeah,
that's a little bit
Happy
tighter to
Chaos
keep
is
the
very
corner
happy
there would have
player,
been
right?
better. That was a good escape
But
though from the
Vickie's
Happy
got
Chaos
it. I
player.
mean, the execution
Yeah,
here
this
is
execution is looking good.
Yeah, I think so far it's very clear that you have sick Happy
Nice.
Chaos execution. So
Yeah, this is.
we'll see
this
if
is looking
there's a
very,
weakness
very
here
good
that
from,
is
Vikkie.
Yeah.
detrimental.
But I do
That's a
like
mistake,
Sinani
but
is
it's
doing
not
the
that
right
bad of a
thing. They're
mistake.
Step dashing in, blocking, taking
That looks
initiative.
good.
Exactly.
Your goal is
We didn't do
Leo
too
is,
much
yes,
there. We
now you hit
baited
him,
we baited
they
DP
must
and then
die,
did nothing
right?
with
Like,
it. I think if you're gonna bait the DP here, by the way, like we can probably bait DP here by like backdashing and pulling the gun, or cloning, or using the curse, right? Instead of just backdashing and doing nothing, so that if they don't DP, you can at least shoot them. You know what I'm saying? So like worst case scenario, you still get a shot here. The Leo player's like, oh, nothing,
Exactly.
and then and like just gets away. You know what I mean? Just something to think
Your goal
about.
is Leo is yes.
Especially
because
'cause Curse ran out.
They must die, right?
That's
Like,
fine. Take that burst. Start dash
Yeah, there's a
block,
limit
read the
to
clock
the
all
beginner
down.
tournament
That's the issue. If you mistime your dash blocks,
ELO,
yeah, this
or
matchup
you can't be in
becomes
heaven.
infinitely
That's
harder.
another thing.
yeah. Everyone's a uni player when you're fighting Happy
Good
Chaos.
read from the Happy
For the
Chaos
Leo player, you should probably hit the clone there.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you're dead. You're 100%
Super.
dead.
Oh,
Didn't
Unless
super?
you don't super.
Okay, wait.
that should have been
Johnny's in
super,
there.
but it's okay.
Burst,
Uh-oh.
Goal
yeah.
burst?
Is it okay? Okay, it's
Oh.
okay. It's okay.
Yeah. I
There's a
guess I like
website that
burst
shows you your
probably,
ELO
but,
first drive. Yeah, I think
that's
your
not
opponent needs a little bit
whatever
more
you get,
5K
just
and
like,
dash
you
block.
want
This is
to
not
play
an easy
station.
character
Yeah,
to deal with though, especially if you don't have a lot of high level
Yeah,
Happy
but
Cows
I
experience.
think,
I'm
Is it
sure a
like
lot of
two
you
Happy
know that
Chaos
you've
is
played
tonight? I
against,
could be
or
wrong,
you've seen
but I don't
Happy
think we
Cows
have a
players that
single
are
one
like,
in any
they know how to do the
crazy. You know
zoning,
how
and there's
much I
Happy
love
Cow
Happy
players who
Chaos, and
don't.
they're like, oh,
And the
Dari
difference
does
between
something,
fighting the two
alright,
is
got it.
dramatic, right? And like the better their
Yeah, come
zoning
on,
and
it's just
shots
a
are,
so-
and the
I
faster
think
they can shoot, the
everybody on
harder it
Earth
is.
agrees though that it's like if you're an Eno player, yeah, you're allowed to complain. You're allowed to not like the match.
Yeah, I think we need a little bit more dash 5K. And 2K is also good, but more dash 5K. You should try to control probably the pace of the match round start a little bit more.
Okay.
If you're the Leo player
this
there.
Happy Chaos player, yeah, very clean. That was a very good time on the throw. I like
Yeah,
that.
this Happy Cows player is
And,
good.
this
Missed
is a
the
hard
shot
combo
there, and
to
also
do.
could have wall broken. I think probably should have wall
Nice
broken.
pressure. This Happy Chaos is good. You sure this guy you know, sure he's on a Heidi account? Can we institute
Yeah, this is a
the
very
fact
solid
that-
Happy Cows
that
player. You
he
do have
cheats
some
on the
mistakes that I think you can clean up,
Scares you, so
but
they
they're
have to
not
ban
so bad.
regardless.
I think they're not so
Yeah,
bad.
exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, also the
this is-
shots
okay,
are
it's
not
the
as
winning
fast
position.
This
as
is looking a
a
little
super
too good.
experienced Happy Cows player, but
And actually, honestly,
I think that's your biggest problem. You pull up a little too far. Like
Okay, it's the winning
Yeah,
position.
you
This is looking-
like do a lot of like you shoot here, your concentration is not in a bad spot, and then
Dude,
you
yeah.
kind of like pull up for a note. Like this is scary to do against Leo.
Oh,
We're
you're a
shooting,
Sajam fan now?
We're having a good time. You have the life lead. You're about to have meter for concentration super and stuff. I don't know that you need to dash in here. I understand being cautious at round start for the Leo player, but also you should challenge maybe, you know, a little bit more. Because if Happy Cow slips away, it's going to be tough.
And actually, honestly, the Leo play is playing this pretty well. Too.
Yeah, I think both the
Yeah.
players are pretty good
It's
here.
like,
Oh,
That was a
look at
nice
the
burst bait
Oh,
attempt. I think you
here we
didn't
go.
need to burst there if you're the Leo. This round is probably too
Oh,
hard
never mind, we
to
found execution there. He
come
probably
back
heard what I
on.
was saying, he's
That
like,
was a miss from that. Oh, you hate to see it.
Make sure we don't
Okay.
get DQ'd.
Gotta
big
watch
chance
for
for
YRC
Sanani.
here.
Back turn, okay,
You could have
nice
RC'd that in one.
Nice.
You're dead. You're dead.
Nice. That was good.
Very good mix.
Something to keep in mind for Leo player too here.
For Sanani.
You probably could have RC'd this in one, I'm guessing, if you could have made it to the wall. With
Something
Happy
else,
Cows,
Baiken?
I can
Sub
understand the
big
feeling of
Owen
needing
AJ,
to
like,
dash
the big
in
primer-
sometimes.
primer
I get the
ring.
idea.
Appreciate it. All right, Sanani's got a chance.
You go whiff punish. Beautiful. That is a perfect
I have
round
to say,
start.
This is probably like the highest level match I've seen all night. This is really good stuff.
Yeah, both the players in
Getting
this match
close
are
to
quite
top eight,
good,
if you
I
can already
think.
believe
Yeah.
it. So I mean, we're getting in there.
Yeah,
this
your
is
dashing
really
looks
good
great here to the Leo player. I'm a big fan of your approach so far. That's a little miss, but it's not the end of the world.
Scary, scary.
Love to see it dead,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, you're dead. Super, yep.
Perfect.
So, you know, that's the
Perfect.
That's what makes Happy Chaos
It's funny because
kinda
you
scary,
watch the
is still
first
when
game
Leo
and you're
gets
like,
on
this
you,
Happy
he's
Cows
fucking on you,
player
and you just go, "My defensive
is so
options."
good. How could they lose? There's no way they can. And then that happens.
Sonny ties it up
Perfect.
well.
I think your approach looked great.
for
I
sure.
think one thing too is that the Happy Cows player's shots, the zoning is
Will
not
have.
as fast
Like, you know, once
as
they
it
use
can
it,
be.
the
So for that
zoning
reason,
position,
you have a lot of room to wiggle
they've
with these
got the
dash blocks, and
execution,
you're gaining
but,
so much
you know,
space.
I think he had tried to
that's what he
back
said.
off round start.
Can Baiken get
Yeah,
anything off
kinda
round
skip
start
mode.
/ counter hit? The answer to the next person says no. That's not true. 2H Kabari or raw Kabari. It's pretty good actually. The reward on counter hit / round start is very good.
This is.
That sucks. Oh, I think that was a
Alright,
big.
now it's a little more scrambly.
I think they're
Alright,
getting
you got
nervous.
your chance.
Yeah, we got to be dash blocking
Problem
in.
is,
Tap the
if you're
clone
both
there for
getting
sure. You got to hit the
nervous,
clone, and you cannot
okay,
burst.
big-
Cannot burst this.
Yeah.
Some advice: if you see the clone come out here, it should probably be like dash 2P 6K or dash 5K 6K. I'm not sure if you know this for the Leo player here or people in general. You can cancel your attacks into special moves or Gatlings if you're hitting Happy Chaos Clone. For instance, from this very position, You could do far slash into S boom. That's like a pretty safe way to attack Happy Chaos here, probably, right? Like, that's not a bad option.
The problem is if you're both.
But instead,
nervous,
like,
I think
you know,
okay,
Happy
big
Chaos got to
opportunity.
pull all the way up on you and do that, and that's no
Vickie's
good.
dropping stuff.
Right, you got to be
Oh,
careful
man.
about that.
I think nerves.
This is great.
Good
That needed to be a
job.
confirm instead of a
Yeah,
throw for
that was
sure.
very good.
You could have won the game there.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
you can still
Yeah,
win the game here.
nerves definitely favor Leo for sure. Yeah, I could tell like Vickie's
This looks
execution
great.
of this match is like way less.
Yeah, this looks great. Your pressure was really good there.
Bye-bye.
I would say for Vikkie, you might want to YRC or backdash on
okay,
wake up a
Sonani
bit
is
more
looking
there.
good.
Leo's pressure, the way it works a lot of times is FD and backdash or IFD is like really good against Leo, and backdash is a strong option up close because a lot of times Leo will do like staggered 5k and you backdash and get out, or YRC is very good if they're not stance canceling to bait it.
Oh no! What happened?
Leo just decided to stand.
They were
stand
Yomi
still.
countering?
Maybe looking to
Yeah.
whip punish
I
far
think
slash,
so.
I'm guessing.
Hoping something would whip.
This is
I'm not
big.
sure.
I like that. We haven't
Let's go
seen wake
for
up
it, but-
DP very much from the
Lightning
Leo players
DP
so
is
far.
good for
Oh,
Leo.
that's punishable.
Oh, that should have been
no!
punishable actually. You
He knew
died
the DP
here.
was coming, but yeah, that sweep is -5. So I think Happy Chaos.
Yeah, for the
is
Happy
not
Chaos,
having
you
to
can
punish
just
this.
punish the sweep there.
Oh, this
Is that gonna
wall
wall
break.
break?
I like this.
Yeah, good choice. You curse here, you curse, and then you do shot into concentrate super, and then now we blast until the round's over.
Let's go to the next round already.
Yes, sir.
Tio, can we speed it up?
Yeah.
Concentrate
Just
super
take
again.
Sonani. You're
If
good.
you're the Leo player here,
No, they
you've
got a
been
chance.
dead
I
for the
believe
last
in them.
like 30 seconds.
getting in.
This is
Okay.
pretty... Now you should move. You
Jeez.
go, 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 go. Okay. Oh, that's horrible. You shouldn't have done that. Okay, okay, okay.
No, they
The
got a
thing
chance.
is
I
like
believe
since
them.
you survived this long, the resources are not good here. This
And
is
then-
really bad actually. This is on you
Okay.
to move in. The Happy Chaos player needs to get back. You should be like dash, dash, dash 5k. You should get in there and make it happen, right? Because Happy Chaos needs to make something happen.
Oh, you know,
There is no reason to burst here. You're down too much life, like, and you're not even close to Happy Chaos, right? Like, I know you thought it might hit, but you're on a pixel. You know, you might as well save your burst for next round. There's not really a reason, and you kind of did this a lot in this set. Hero bursting is fine occasionally. Sometimes it may work, but in general, the odds of you winning this round are incredibly low, and the odds of you having a better chance of winning the next round with your burst is much higher.
No!
So spending the burst there now means that if Happy Chaos hits you in this round, the game's probably
Going into
over.
the last round, Vickie's gonna have burst.
And you're not gonna have burst for the rest of the set.
I'm like, Sonani's
That was a
so
great whip
smart,
punish, by
just
the way. No
blocking it out,
cancel
getting
into
the
a
burst,
confirm,
saving
though.
it for next match.
But now you don't have burst, so if you get hit, you're in a horrible position. Like,
man, you
Leo
just-
is
you
in
played
such a losing
yourself so
spot if
bad
you get
there.
hit.
Yeah, not
Oh,
to
and no
mention
burst
that
here
you
for the
kinda missed
corner.
the Oki, but... Ooh, okay. I think he's stealing the throw loop from
Yeah.
our friend Philip, yeah.
The secret
Super
tech.
looks
The
good.
secret
Now
tech,
you're in
yeah.
such a bad
If there's
spot.
anything you gotta nerf about Happy Chaos, is that, right? The
The
throw loop.
secret throw loop tech.
Yeah.
Get the resources back. Nice. This looks great.
Oh
This
my
looks
god,
so
wait, this is
good.
massive. This is like guess for game.
Oh,
Oh,
What?
stance canceled there. Oh, you still have another chance. Ah,
Okay.
nice try. That was a close set, though.
it's pretty much checkmate.
That was a close set. I actually think you would have had such a better chance if you didn't hero burst. Or if you stance cancel the overhead. You drop the stance cancel here. Yeah,
Massive.
you would have
This is like
probably
guess
won.
for game.
I think in general, too, you should do more staggered lows. Because I think what Vikkie was doing a lot of times was standing up or delayed backdashing. And so staggered lows, really good against someone who's trying to like do that. And then if they backdash, you just hit them with the overhead later or far slash or like a backturn S overhead. Some flubs, but I think it was a pretty well played set actually from both of you. What was somebody was here that asked about a match that just happened. I wouldn't be surprised if those two players were in the top 3 of this tournament because they're both pretty solid, I think.
He's played before. This is not me saying good ult for no reason. But Slater, the Millia player,
Okay.
I
going up against
autopiloted this
Kawi.
set.
Axel.
I'm
This is a
upset.
weird matchup.
I mean, it happens. Nothing
This is,
nothing to
yeah, I mean,
write home about. It happens to
traditionally,
everybody.
This is like one of,
Gotta be careful about
Slater's
2K,
worst, right?
2D
Just 'cause
though
of the mobility
sometimes.
of Millia, but I mean, hey, it's.
I think sometimes it's okay to just do
yeah.
2K by itself
I
too.
think. Oh my.
That's
God.
fine.
That was an.
You could have gotten a
expensive-
combo off of it a little if you were a little
You
earlier,
can't
but it's
combo,
okay.
But yeah, I mean,
Pressure looks good there.
Oh, nice pressure. I like it. Okay.
Yeah, I think everything
You see-
Slater's
you can
done
tell
so
this
far
guy's
looks
bad.
good. That is a bit of a reach. Maybe
Unfortunate
S disc
timing.
into
I think
RC is
if
better.
you canceled right away, you would have been able to clip
I
out.
wonder if that was actually.
You could have punished
punishable
this
because they
too, I
like-
think,
timing.
actually. Something to remember about
I think
Axel
he-
is Snail
If he canceled
is
right
so
away-
bad on block. Maybe you just air dash automatically, but And obviously RC is a threat, but you can probably just run up and do 5k 2D.
You would have been able to clip
I
out.
wonder if that was actually punishable because they IB'd the 2H.
Ooh,
They were
Axle
so
player, you should have
close.
punished there.
Yeah, that
S disc is very bad on block,
because
and
he
it's also
just went
counter hit
to the
recovery.
I
So
thought he was gonna RC, but he didn't.
the Axle player's got to be careful about that for sure. If you block S disc, then you're
Oh,
chilling.
no, that's the
Uh-oh,
worst
this
that
is pretty
happens.
bad.
Do it
Now,
again?
oh no.
The time
Missed
stop's
it.
over. You could have just RC to kill him.
Uh-oh.
my God.
If you have time stop
scared.
super, it should just be jump H
Okay,
into it
yeah,
probably.
blocks.
Oh, that
Oh.
works too.
I'm glad that Millia recognized that. Hey, it's actually your turn to go in there.
Yeah,
But
and that was pretty well played burst. Yeah,
Nice burst. I like those bursts against Axel.
I think everybody would have burst there.
Yeah, sometimes pretty hard.
It gives you the corner here, so it's not a bad time.
2H, he was
That was
actually
great.
What a scoop!
Oh,
Yeah, these are a problem for sure.
Don't do it again. Oh, okay.
What a snipe!
These command grabs
very
have been a big issue. Nice, that looks good.
trap work.
Combo here.
Okay.
You can combo off that,
Nice
but I think
loss.
taking the reset's
Yeah,
also
that's a
not
good
the end of the
burst. I
world.
like that. All right, what's the mix?
Yeah,
it's
you're
you
so
to
far
kill
away. The
yourself.
mix-up is not that
Yeah, from that
scary
distance,
there.
that's not actually that scary of a mix outside of like high-low.
Yeah, you
Ooh,
got
good
hit.
Super, I like it. Yeah, I think most Millies there probably would have done like a safe jump, but
We were getting smoked by that a
Axel
little too
becomes, like,
much.
top tier if you can't react. To
It might just be that you're nervous or you're in tournament.
Axel's
Seeing
a
that
very,
is
very
sometimes pretty
strong
hard, especially when you're full
character
screen and so the
defensively,
travel
and
time on it is very low. It's pretty easy to just get command grab. I think in tournament the command grab is like 10 times harder to escape. That's how it goes.
This is
You're
perfect.
playing
I like
Denim
the
Millia now, so you probably have a better
Raid
chance.
of 900 gamers. How's it going, everybody? My name is Bones. I'm
Okay,
joined
I
here
don't
by
know what that setup
Diaphone.
was supposed to be.
Hey,
Hey, that was my raid.
thank you very much for the big
Um,
raid of 900 gamers.
I think you're supposed to just jump, whiff, jump P here, and then air dash jump H is like the standard safe jump here.
How's
But
it going,
this setup
everybody?
was very weird. I don't know what you were looking for exactly. Yeah, I rated this
Hey, my
stream
name
at
is
this very
Bones. I'm joined
time.
here by Diaphone on the microphone. We are
But
commentating
it's fine.
Beginner Cup
I think you
number
can get a
9.
better
This is
setup
Slater
off
going
of
up against Kawi.
hair car than what you're doing.
Lord
And
Sajam,
you get
thanks
hair
so
car
much
a
for the
lot,
raid.
so it might be
Hope you
worth
guys had a good
investigating.
stream. The
the setup.
Jam squad, Jammers, the Hoop squad.
Hell yeah, that looks
Whatever
pretty
it
good.
is. Thank you guys so much for joining.
Hey, Diaphone's
And, yeah, we got
is
pretty exciting,
great. I appreciate him
tournament
commentating
today.
this tournament. He's very nice
Oh
of
my
him.
God,
I'm
the
glad
2H
he
is
said yes.
Too far away for the snail.
Everything I've heard him offer so far has
scary
been great
for
advice too, so that's awesome.
Okay, I like Slater just running like
Yeah,
dashing
run
and
at him on the
blocking,
ground
trying to find their
is
way
great
in,
here
and now they're in.
for
Okay,
sure.
what's the mix?
Okay.
I think you're safe
I think
actually,
you might be
right?
able to block here.
Oh,
No!
not quite.
Just kidding.
I thought you were safe too. I think running in on the ground here looks great.
Nice.
So something about Millia, right, is that the most important part about making a character like Millia work is your air approach is so scary that people will attack into the air preemptively to stop you because they're like, I can't fucking see this character. I'm just going to jump and hit stuff. If you're Millia, running on the ground is so good because your opponent is just going to attack space in front of them kind of recklessly. And it means that you can get away with this, right? So if you just run, you see how Axel did 6k to try to hit the air? And like after this Rensen, you just run in again, just run, like hitting 5p. There's gonna be like 2s I think or something, or like some 6k again. You see how you just use the whiffs of them trying to anti-air to approach? This is the right idea. You need more of this.
Just go in, right?
Yeah. Also dashing
You
forward
just
is great
B2
there
and,
for the same reason that he
do
just
some good
mentioned that it'll get
mix-ups.
you out of command grab.
Oh no, it should have been not HS, but whatever. We're good. All right.
Wow.
Do
drop
good
dash.
mix. Nice. All right.
That looks
This is
good.
looking
This looks
way
great
better
too.
for
Break the
Slater
wall
this
here.
match.
No
Oh.
winger, just 6k.
I think it's not the end of the world with Millia too, because I think her Oki off winger is
Now
whack
back
too,
in
right?
neutral.
Oh, that
Oh,
sucks.
no, you have to jump that.
Yeah, you have
Oh,
to
good
jump,
block,
but
okay.
it's not always easy to see if you're committed to dash
Alright,
blocking.
looks like
I
his
do
axle's
think
getting
air
a little
approach
thin
time
here.
is now.
I can't blame him.
His
Nice.
opponent here is
Yes,
looking for the
very
ground
good.
approach a bit more. So I do like. Oh yeah, this should be dead here. Yeah,
there it
nice.
is.
There you go. Yeah,
You
have
probably
to.
could have done like 5p or 2p to be safe there to burst maybe. Splat the
No,
wall.
you're dead.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's pretty rough.
yeah,
That was a very
question
risky
after
thing to
that,
go for,
yeah.
but I think given your life lead and having
Yeah,
burst,
because
it's not the end of the world.
Welcome to the boners. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. If you follow, you can
Jump.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
got to be jump.
Just like Hobo
That's okay,
Ninja,
though.
I think just join the boners. So if anyone else wants to join the boners, please. hit
That is
follow
true.
button.
Solid
so
Bone
it's
streams
very
all the
just
time.
right.
You got to join the boners.
No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, Slater and Kawi, it's tied up.
I don't think her mix up
Slater
is very
has
good
really- they've been rushing that.
afterwards,
Axel
but yeah, it might be
still
worth it
is.
just because you don't want
That
Axel to
was
have the
a
screen
good
against you as Millia. Nice air throw. You saw the
This is
air
pretty
dash
good.
startup.
Ooh, okay, I like the mix.
I gave this
That's-
advice last time we watched
This is
Millia,
pretty
but
good.
when you block 6H like this, you should stand up for this reason. She doesn't have a low threat here. right? Because she gets put airborne after. If she does hair cart, you'll see it and you'll block it.
Ooh, okay, I like the mix.
But something important to keep in mind if you're fighting Millia, if you block 6H, you should just stand up as a reaction.
Oh,
no.
It's coming out again.
Oh, no. I think if you're the Axel player, this is smart because you've recognized that the Millia is struggling here to get out of that.
Oh my, Kawi was going
yes,
in.
Thank
The
you.
cross up. That was. I wonder what Kawi's plan was. Were they actually trying to just run up throw? They were running.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Run in, yeah. That you can punish that, but if you can't get a punish, at least getting something is pretty nice.
In general, in fighting games, like if it works, just keep doing it, right?
Yeah.
And that command grabs work.
I think that burst bait was good, and also I think it's fine here to that needed to be challenged last time. So I like that. I think the burst bait was fine.
It was on Kawi to adapt. Slater was still going for it.
That's fine too. Not the end of the world. If you're gonna get burst, if you're gonna get hit by the burst, it's okay to do it there. Oh.
Nice air throw.
Oh, you love to see it. Even though you didn't get a punish, I love to see the jump.
Grab a whiff.
Nice.
We could've done the up pull, I think, there.
That looks great. It doesn't hit, but you should be careful of the super. No, I was just gonna say this is your one thing about playing a character that's offensive in this game is you have to mind the meter for 2 reasons, right? One is YRC on defense, and the other is wake up super because you've been wake up supered so many times. You dashed a little too far here. This didn't hit, but this could be air dash canceled into jump H into a safe jump. And when this whiffs, this should be dash up. And you don't have to commit like this. You have meter, right? So it's okay to be patient because you have meter in case he escapes you. You don't have to commit because you have bar here. You know what I mean? So this is like,
all right.
You know, you got to be careful about. I think she's almost dead, yeah.
Oh, my God.
There we go. He's listening to my coaching. I told you guys, my
tragic.
coaching is just too good.
Last game here, Slater and Kawi double.
Yeah, I like that idea too.
This guy.
I would like to see some like better safe jumps from the Axel. Like you could just do air dash, jump H, and then go for more pressure. But
yeah,
it's working. So
this looks good. This is your chance.
Good block on the low. This Slater's been going.
I also think another problem, Slater, if I could give you some advice on this, you almost always do close slash 6H. I think you should. The pressure off this should be a little bit more loosey-goosey. You need some other ideas here. I think close slash into stagger close slash into throw, close slash into 2S 5H, close slash into bad moon. You know, there's other options here that you can represent besides just close slash 6H. It's almost always close slash 6H command dash throw or close slash 6H bad moon. Like those options are fine, but it does need. We do need to see some other stuff. We got to see like some other options here. Yeah, 6K even is fine into lush shaker. Ooh, that's bad. Yeah, you can punish that Axel player.
Yeah, nerves wrecking up.
Okay.
Command grab. It's time. Command grab.
Oh, this timed it.
Run in. Oh.
RC, he's dead.
Okay, that was good.
Trust me on
this. Command grab, of course. That's rough. Yeah, I think the command grab is hitting you a bunch. That does suck. But I think your biggest thing to make this matchup easier for you, and probably honestly all the matchups you play, is I think you need a little bit better of a strategy built around your close slashes. Your close slash pressure felt X or Y when it should be like a really like kind of open-ended idea that you can, you know, press off of it. Close slash is the party starter. Even I would love to see close slash air dash into like jump P, or close slash air dash jump H or whatever. You know what I mean? Like kind of represent some other options off close slash. If you can just adjust that, you probably would be better in not just this matchup, but every matchup. The more options you can represent, usually the better, because it makes it way harder to deal with. Oh, it's you two in this match. Okay, we'll do this. This will be our last one then. Kai versus Soul?
Yes.
Fatcatteddy?
Yeah, pretty common. I think that's super sick.
Nice. That 6P was great. A couple of things. I don't know what universe you're in. I'm in the 616 universe, but in my universe, I don't know why we... What's this all about, huh? What's your plan? You just hear jazz in your head? I have a lot of bad habits. This is one of them. Well, why are we doing this? If you have a reason, if you're like, oh, it beats X, then that's tight. But this is not a good round start. Your starting things to represent and think about are like far slash 2S, walk back 6S, or 6H. Those are like the basic round starts to think about. And each of them beats a different thing. So far slash is 10 frames. Very good against slower pokes. Very good against pokes that are like slightly weaker to like moves that hit high like that, right? People who are not 6Ping, they're trying to hit pokes that are slower. Very useful option. 2S is much better against like 6Ps or high hitting options or other low options that it will beat because it's disjointed. 6H is like you're fast, like I know you're going to throw something out there that is strong and like beats my far slash or 2S, so I'm going to 6H it because it's risky, but it works. And then walk back 6S is like your safest option. It beats a lot of things. So Kai likes the round start with 2S and 2D and like far slash a lot. So walk back 6S is a very good round start against them. On the other hand, BR is not. It's not my favorite round start.
I think that's super sick when they do that.
But you know, go off, live your life.
Does indeed, but here we have Tilionvevfet representing Kai, who we've not seen in the bracket.
I like the pressure from this Kai player so far. Okay, another BR. I see the BR as like the spice of life for you, which is okay. No, why? Why do this? Why are we doing this? Your throw doesn't do that much damage, and RCing it doesn't do that much damage.
They just die.
And we spent bar to not, even if you finish that combo, it wouldn't have been good for you.
I like that.
No reason to RC either of those. That was a lot of bar committed for nothing. No reason to RC the throw in the corner. You're not getting much off of it if you RC it, and you might as well just take the throw into more pressure, right?
I like that.
This right here, you don't need to OS this. It's either gonna hit or it's gonna be tagged probably. And if they double jump it, you probably won't be punished too bad. So you don't have to OS this if you're the Kai player, right? No reason to do it.
No.
That was a bit of an aggressive PRC. Made that air throw do 0 damage. Maximum Oki.
Yeah, I think it was just preemptive just to be safe, but it's okay. You didn't really need to do it. This should be RC, and then you get the kill off this.
Oh man, it was going really well until
you don't have to do all that for piano. What up? I think you can just do it. You don't have to be. I think you overthought it maybe a bit here. You can just do RC, close slash, HVV, and then 6H will probably kill here. You don't need to do anything fancy.
Man, it was going really well until you just.
Also for the Kai player, I saw something that I think might be a habit that we can talk about, but let me see if you do it again.
Like Kai with meter, right, is.
Okay, I like 6H round start is a big commitment, but I think it's better than what you did. I think so. Some general advice. Let me pause it on not a nasty blurry frame. Some general advice. You want to start with the safest, most consistent options. See what their round starts are, and then adjust accordingly. Your idea, like round start match, your round start opening gambit should be something that is usually safe and has a specific purpose. It beats another option that your opponent is doing. So like think to yourself, okay, what are Kai's most promising and useful round starts, right? You think about those, and then you represent something that beats those options. If they try something that's risky or like they're running away at round start or they're doing something else, then you should adjust your round start to beat that. But you should start with round start options that are safe, consistent, and beat another option with a purpose. Don't open round start with like the riskiest possible option twice in a row. Just do a safer option and then bring out that later. Yeah, you are exactly what I was just gonna say. You do not need to RC this. This is like plus 400 on block without RCing. Like, is unbelievably plus. You can't be more plus. So yeah, if you don't know, shock state makes Fujiwara plus, and then air blocking moves makes you have additional blocks done. So there's no reason to RC there. It doesn't gain you anything. It might make you less plus even. I don't know.
Okay, but big vortex.
Another bit of advice for the soul player here.
Okay, but big
is don't finish BR. Just do one hit. You get better Oki, and you lose like a very small amount of damage if you just do BR1 into nothing here. It's like that for basically all of Soul's knockdowns.
That's coming. All right, good DP.
Good disrespect, yeah, that is minus.
Oh, yeah, that's a punish.
Yeah, you have to.
I thought Red RC was plus 24. Fujiwara is probably pretty close.
Yeah, dang. I think
it's probably not that different, to be honest.
Last match, so like,
air blocked shock state Fujiwara is probably pretty close to that.
But Chip very much on the table.
And, yeah, again, you are so plus there. No reason to RC or anything. That looks much better. You have time to dash up and do close slash. You're so plus, which is all the frames you need in the world.
It's final round. Good DP again, yeah. I think Fatcatteddy.
I love that. That confirm was great. That's better than the confirm I would have done probably, actually.
Oh, Tilion.
I do think if I could give you some advice, I don't actually think you should have finished this combo.
Yeah.
I think you should just drop it here. And the reason I say that is Think about the position you're at on the screen here. If you run up and you do close slash, far slash, 5H, or you just do normal pressure, if any of it hits Kai, he gets wall splatted and he dies a Tyrant Rave. But by breaking the wall here,
Tillion wants to do.
we add on an extra 30 damage or something, but then now we have to chase Kai in neutral, which he dies because he goes all in, but you give him a chance to reset to neutral for not much. I think holding the corner there is a bit better.
It's like
Probably
100
worth
seconds,
doing.
something like that.
Actually, it's way better. You should hold the corner there instead of doing that.
Frames, I mean, not 100 seconds.
No reason to break the
100 seconds would be
wall.
a
You're
lot
breaking
for
the wall
Kawi.
and not getting a hard knockdown, not adding on very much damage, and then holding the corner is better there. For Tilon, I think you should be careful about your stun dippers on block. You know, I've seen quite a few of them, and they've cost you some pretty important rounds, so I would be cautious about just doing it off of like a move and being like, this will work. Oh, that was a good idea. That was the right combo. You just missed DP. It happens. That looks good.
And like, yeah, to beat a whiff
Throw
throw,
looks great here. Dash CSE maybe? No, just looking for the 2K. Should be a kill here.
Not quite dead.
Not quite,
corner.
but it's okay.
Because it makes things like.
I also would say to the Kai player, you need, I think, a bit more 2S in your life in this matchup.
And like in this game, like
I feel like we don't see you do much 2S. Like 2S is not something that's in your repertoire a lot, and it's like a very good button. It's a 10 frame low, and Soul is generally not very good against poking against lows. Also, I don't like this setup. For some, you should just do dash up, close slash, CSE. Especially if your opponent doesn't have bar or burst. This is way worse for you. Like, you get a slightly more damage from the OTG, but look at where you are and the position you get. If you just do charge stun edge, you get the extra chip, so the damage probably is almost equalized anyway. And you're plus on block point blank against Soul, and it's a true block string, so you can go low and he can't mash or DP or whatever. But now, you know, he has wiggle room and he's out of the corner. And the situation's way worse. And now we got hit by full charge dust. You do build burst here. Wow, he ended it early, so you couldn't burst. That's I don't know if that was intentional or not, but that was genius if so.
I would be spamming dust like all day.
Yeah, nice. That was good air there. You should just like do charge stun edge. Like it's better than this option here. And I think in general, 2S against Soul is such a useful poke, you know. I think you need 2S to beat his high buttons and 6P as a poke as well. I think those two things are really useful. And I think on defense, you needed to FD and then challenge with like 2K or challenge with up back air dash out or something like that. In this matchup, it looked like you weren't very comfortable attacking the space in front of you. And beating Soul is a lot about attacking the space in front of you. Dashing 2K, dashing 2S are really useful options, because they're relatively low commitment. It's not always easy for him to whip punish them, right? But he can, obviously. But they beat his best pokes a lot of times. So dashing 2K and dashing 2S, really good against the kind of normal Soul hits like far slash and 6S. And if he starts to try to beat those options, he's going to hit 2S. And 2S you can beat by using raw fireball or far slash or 6H or something like that. Even run up 6H I would like to see a bit in this matchup. It's also a great button. When you gain space from Soul here, it seems like you're really not comfortable fighting him on the ground. I think you spent a lot of times doing stuff that just it wasn't doing much for you. So like there was like a drop and then it resets. But like back to neutral here, right? You get your knockdown, you've got your throw. You know, we're back in the middle of the screen. It feels like this space here you could not fight for very well. And I think a lot of it is you needed more 2S in your life, and you needed more 2K. 2K 2D is great. 2S Fireball and 2S 5H Fireball and 6H Fireball. Those things are really, and 6P Fireball. Those things are really useful in this matchup. You have to be able to use, like, Kai is a character whose strength truly is, like, playing on the ground with these buttons, right? And if you are not comfortable doing that, then, you know, I think you're going to have some problems. Even this, I don't think this is a horrible idea. Soul can still punish this, though, even if he blocks it. But like run up 2S or run up 2K there, I think is a better, or run up 6P are all good ways to poke safely against Soul here without risking a lot. If you ever watch me play against Vicarious, Vicarious does a good job of being very pesky on the ground, right? I'm like sitting there trying to poke and I'm like, dude, all these like 2K, little 2Ks, little 2Ss stuff in my approach. My approach is much harder because I'm like, dude, I have to worry about all these things, right? Kai has control, but he doesn't have the damage, and then Soul has the damage, but he doesn't have the control. That's the nature of their archetypes. So Baiken, what were we looking at there? We were looking at reversal 6P from Soul. that you were doing 2D to try to beat 6D, right? Like 2D was the option we're representing. 2D has not won a single time. Maybe back here. Like that, right? I think it's almost always better to try and hit 2H as a whip punish like that, or even 2S, honestly. Like that, and then force the same scenario again, than 2D, because 2D's reward is, like, it's not very good, right? Or, yeah, that's also a good option. Kabari. Heck, this is so annoying. This option is so annoying. Even if you're, like, pretty close, what's it called? Even if you're pretty close, then you can just delay it slightly. It's like really good. What can Soul do against 2S? He could just do reversal far slash and then it will chase the option, right? So like if I'm back here doing this and then I'm trying to like delay my 2H to whip punish the whatever it's called. Oh yeah, that's another important thing to remember. When you get tatami knockdown, an important thing, I talked about this the other day. I'm not sure if you were here when I was talking about this. When you knock a character down with this, tatami, air dash tatami is not a safe jump against fast DPs, right? So it's important to remember that what you're actually doing here is super jump air dash H. This is your option. And I know that sounds complicated, but it's actually really easy to get the time in. Because what you do is you super jump out of the tatami. So during the tatami, you hit down up, and then you air dash and hit A. Yeah, I don't know if you practice this at all, but if you get raw Kabari, you get close slash off this. This combo is, you get it a lot against Soul, actually, because you can counter poke against what he's doing quite a lot, actually, with 2H, and then see the counter hit, and then you can also OS it. Okay, the next thing I was going to show was Ram stuff, right? Defending against Ram in the corner. I'm going to try to 5k after I block the sword. See this? This actually does not get you out of the position. Because although I'm hitting Ram here, what happens if I do nothing? I'm dead. If she just does nothing, or 2k, the game, it's over. You lost 60% into a knockdown, into the same scenario, or you're dead. You can always DP. That's always an option that you can present after you block the sword. Or while the sword's on the way, you can 6p. That's also an option. Again, if she does nothing, the round is over when I DP. Right? If you think she's going to do nothing here, and she's just going to watch and wait, you can jump out, right? So if like you run DPing a lot and she's respecting you, you can jump out and do this and escape like that. But obviously, if she hits 2k and I hold up back, I get hit for a full combo. The other answer that's pretty good, a pretty common answer, is this, dash blocking. When you block the sword, you dash block forward. This is nice for a couple of reasons. One of them is that if you have space, you push her away from you. And the other thing is you can prevent her from getting the sword back. So on normal pressure, she does this and she hits you and then she picks up the sword and she does this, right? This is a very normal Ram sequence. If you FD her when she pushes a button, she will not pick up the sword. So like, if I FD right there, you notice how she doesn't have the sword now? Your objective there is to FD the normal after the sword toss explosion. So she can fix that by doing this and then dashing in further to pick up the sword, right? So now, see, she dashes in further and she's got the sword again. The weakness of this, obviously, now I can throw her. Or because she's got to run farther to pick up the sword, I'm out of there like this. Does that make sense? I can like create those openings by using my FD. Now the pressure changes when she's farther back, right? So if she's here and she's throwing the sword like this, the pressure is quite different because now I have room, right? Now dash blocking actually gets me out of the explosion, and jumping gets me, like, I really have time to get you at this range. She has to like dash 5k or something like that. And if she's doing dash 5k and I dash block, I'm gonna get hit, right? But then I'm out through the air. So if she does this and then she air to airs me like that, right? Then I can do this. And now she's smoked there. So it creates a better situation for you. when you are further away if you can do that. She doesn't have to commit to something. She can just do this and then react to what you're doing, but then you could just do nothing as well. It's on you to make that choice, especially like if you see this and she starts trying to do this stuff and you see her wait a second, then, you know, you don't have to challenge anything. Or you can 6B or do whatever you want to do, right? If there's a gap. Yeah, Ino cannot dash block in the same way. Her movement's not the same, but she might be able to challenge something with stroke or her 6B, which is Humongo. How to set a dummy to attack so one can practice fuzzy, backdash, or jump? Oh, pretty easy, right? Have Ram do 2K throw or 2K 2D sword toss, and then practice stopping both. You know what I mean? I'm doing the old 171. I'm doing like I down back and then I up back down back. That's like what I'm doing. So I'm like down backing and then up back down back. If I'm still in block stun, my up back is late enough that it won't. I'm in block stun, so it won't come out. And if I'm not in block stun, my up back will give me a jump. But if they delay the 2D, what if I delay my fuzzy jump? If I'm doing X and then they do an option to beat X, then I'll change my option to beat the option they're beating. That's how it works. How do I deal with Naga close slash, 236S, 236K, etc. in the corner? You're talking about this? I mean, like this, you're stuck. Like, yeah, I mean, this is plus. So you could like DP command grab. If he's doing this like that, then you should be able to hit a button. If he's doing a command grab, you can always hit a button. So the way it works is when you block a move in this game, you have 5 frames of throw protection, right? It means you cannot be thrown for 5 frames. There's block stun here, right? See how I'm unable to throw him? He cannot throw me. I'm in block stun. If you hit a 5 frame or faster attack out of block stun, you will not be command grab or regular grab. The reason they made it so every character in the game has a 5 frame normal is so that nobody gets thrown for free without perfectly timed mash, right? It used to be if your character had like a 6 frame move, you were fucked because you're like, well, my move is 6 frames, I have 5 frames of throw protection, I get thrown even if I perfectly time my jab. If your concern is, oh, sometimes he does a button and I hit a button and I die, or sometimes he does command grab and I block and I die, then that's just a mix-up. You can improve your chances though by FDing him away or fuzzy jumping, right? Like, that's how you improve your chances of surviving a situation like this. You don't seem to believe me. What character do you want me to pick? What's her 5 frame button? It's probably 2P, right? Or is it 5 frame? That's the command grab, right? It just loses. Even if it's like, he does like a, I don't know, a meaty command grab or something, right? You have throw protection. You can't get thrown here if you time it right. The exception to this rule is guard crush, which doesn't apply here. Guard crush does not have throw protection. Yeah, which is why, well, it's why Potemkin has guard crush and it's so scary, but like a good example is this, right? Well, let me time it. Hold on. Give me a sec. It's easier with a command grab. See? Yeah, it's also what makes Happy Cow's pressure so good. He's what's it called? He has guard crush and then he can throw you.